Coach, how we doing today?
Hey, what's going on, fellas? Long time no see.
I know it's been a minute. Before we start, we have a clip, and we're gonna roll it. This is from one of your delightful fans, and let's see this. Let's hold on. Let me make it full screen. Let's see this real quick. Let's see what you went through last night. Uh-oh. Hurry up. So, Coach, let's go through that moment and kind of what it felt like to have that moment go through your team.
Yeah, man, I still get kind of some goosebumps watching it. That's not a bounds play we've had in our back pocket for the last 3 to 4 years. And, again, dating back to the last few years, we've had the same group of guys, so they really knew it. Last night, we went to go run it. It kind of broke down a little bit. And, Logan Sokol made a great play to get himself open for the ball. Aaron did exactly what we expect him to do. We told him in the timeout, we want you taking the shot. We trust you taking the shot. And big players want to take the big shot. Aaron did a great job of relocating himself to help Logan find him. He caught it. He let it go. And I could see it. I was kind of making my way down the sideline towards the baseline, and I could see it was going. And it was just it was an unbelievable moment for Aaron, for the entire team. I mean, later on in that clip, it's not shown by one of the fans, but you can see in our film, the students rushed him. Our whole entire team rushed him on the floor. I mean, it was a big moment for our program and for the kids.
Coach, I just want to go through that a little bit too. And going into this one, I think no doubt, I think everyone thought you were the underdogs going into it. What Heartland was doing on the offensive side. How proud were you as a coach that this very young team that we talked about when you were on last time was able to perform at such a high level, 60 plus points on offense and go toe to toe with the Lions?
Yeah, no doubt. Heartland, that's a team that returned 3 guys from a team last year that won 17, 18 games. They're a senior heavy team. I was talking to Coach Scott prior to the game, and he told me they had 6 seniors. I wasn't aware of that. But for our group, being so young, being only their second game, some guys, again, their second game of varsity experience, to go out there to perfect our game plan, to weather the storm there. I mean, we had a 42-26 lead in the third quarter, and Heartland stormed back, and to weather that storm and to be able to stick with it. Usually young teams, you see late in the game like that, they kind of get a little nervous, they kind of fall apart. But last night it was really, really great to see our guys stick with it, stick with the game plan, continue to do what we were doing, and continue to perform out there and be able to pull out a big, huge win for us.
Obviously, to beat a team like Heartland, you have to score, and your offense did execute pretty well. But you also have to slow them down a little bit. You can't stop them. You can't stop that team. But you were able to slow them down, hold them to their season low. Talk about your defense, what they executed so well, and how you were able to slow down this Heartland offense a little bit, enough to win.
Yeah, absolutely. We only had really one day to prepare for Heartland. We played Friday night against Matthews. It was a tough night for us. Saturday morning, it's a tough practice because you just played the night before. Guys are tired. Guys are beat up. So we went in and just watched some film of the Matthews game the night before. And then Monday we came into practice and we had, 2 hours to prepare for Heartland. We put together a game plan knowing that they can really, really light it up. The Bertovich kid, I mean, game 1 of the season, he scored 59. That kid can really flat out score. And like I told our guys on Monday night at practice, I said, this kid is hands down one of the best players you're going to see all year, and probably one of the best scorers that you're going to see all year. So going in, we knew we really had to take him away. And we preached it the entire practice. We need to frustrate him. We need to slow them down. We know that they're looking to get the ball out of bounds and putting together a scouting report. You're just watching them. They get it out and they're going. It's usually inbound the ball, kick it up the floor, and they're already at the 3-point line ready to catch and shoot. So, we knew we had to slow down their fast-paced style of the game. We had to cut off penetration. We just really had to frustrate Bertovich. And, the stats, when you look at stats, they don't tell the whole story. Logan Sokol last night, he's a senior for us. He's a gritty kid. He had 0 points in the game, but he was probably one of the most important guys all night because he was in Bertovich's face up and down the floor. And I told him, I said, Logan, you're not coming out of the game unless he comes out. And he came out the last 14 seconds of the third quarter, and we got Logan out. And that was the only break Logan had all night. And just to be able to go out there and perfect the game plan and in such short notice, again, one practice to prepare, and talk about him, for them to go out there and do what they did last night. It was impressive, and it just shows their hunger, and it shows the desire that they have to be a good basketball team. And, they're really learning, they're growing. Late in that game, we only played really 5 guys last night. 3 of our guys played 32 minutes. Like I said, Logan Sokol, he played 31 minutes and 46 seconds. And Ezekiel Brock, he played about 31 minutes. He got about a minute break in that game. So we kind of looked at our guys at halftime. We told them, listen, you 5 are doing a heck of a job out there. You're playing team defense, and we're going to roll with you guys. If you need a quick breather, let's use a timeout, but we're going to roll with you guys. And we did that, and they really performed, and it was a heck of a game. Could have went either way, obviously, late down the stretch. But for us to be able to
something's going on.
Sorry, that was my work. I apologize. But no, for us to be able to finish that game late like that, man, that was huge.
Got another answer off at the buzzer too. They got a knack for doing that over there in Jackson Milton country. But no, Coach. I mean, obviously you take that and you have that excitement, and that's going to be a great moment to put in the memory book. But we know coming up Friday, it doesn't get any easier as you go now to Campbell. And I had the chance to see this Red Devils team, and they look very good this season. What is going to be kind of the game plan to slow them down offensively? Obviously, similar but different than Heartland as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Last night we got into the locker room, and it was an emotional moment for our team because everybody was throwing water all over Aaron Romigh after he hit that shot. The floor was soaking wet, but we told the guys, enjoy the moment. Enjoy the day in school today, with all your friends. But at 5:30 this afternoon, when we walk into the gym for practice, we got to put it behind us because we got a tough test coming Friday night. Like you said, Campbell we saw him in the summer, and they're impressive. They're a good basketball team. They got a bunch of guys back that transfer back to Campbell. I think they got 7 in total. They're athletic. They look to get up and down the floor. We just started to dive into some film this morning of them because we try to take it one game at a time. With a young group, we don't want to look past any games, and especially like last night, we couldn't look past the Heartland game. We had to be prepared for that game. So we just started diving into some film and just watching them. They're good. They play fast style of basketball. They push the ball. They got some really, really good athletes out there. It's going to be a tough test for us, but we've started to put together a game plan, and, seeing them in the summer gave us an added bonus to kind of know their personnel already. So that gives us that chance to go in tonight to practice already knowing some of their personnel and what they already do.
Coach, how do you balance the idea that you said, like, you have to put that win behind you and not let it, let you go into this game a little bit high on the mountain, but you still have to use it as momentum. It's a young team. You have to use it as momentum. You have to use it as energy going forward. So as a coach, how do you kind of balance that with this young team of, we don't want to harp on the win, but we also do want to make sure that you guys use that kind of win for energy, momentum, confidence heading forward into another tough game?
Yeah, no doubt. Last night was a huge win for us. But we say every day we got to be 1-0. We're not worried about our record. Tuesday and Friday nights, we got to be 1-0. Like I said, we got to put it behind us. Obviously, we got to use it for some momentum. But, we got a tough test coming up on Friday night, and our schedule doesn't get any easier. The following week, we got Lowville. Week after that, we got McDonald. We got a tough schedule. So, we have to put it behind us. We have to use that momentum, but at the same time, we gotta move on and focus on Campbell. And that's got to be our main focus. We got to forget about that. It's a great moment. Like I told Aaron Romigh, I sent him a text late last night because I couldn't fall asleep. I was so kind of amped up and excited for him. I sent him a text and I just told him, hey, enjoy it today. enjoy every moment of it. You know, walking through school, you know, people telling you, hey, great shot, man, that was awesome. You know, enjoy seeing the comments on social media, and enjoy all the attention you're getting. But, you know, 5:30, you walk in the gym today, we got to get ready for Campbell. You know, that's the bottom line. We have to put it behind us, and we have to get ready for Campbell, because we know we have a young team. We know we're going to face some challenges this year. You know, we always tell the kids we don't want to be on a roller coaster ride. We want to continue to kind of go up and not be on that roller coaster ride where you're going up and down, up and down. So, you know, we got to use that momentum to keep us going forward and keep going up. But at the same time, you know, we got to put it behind us, because Campbell's a totally different animal.
Talking about that too, Coach, we know another big part of what made that moment with Aaron last night so special is having that Jackson Milton community there and support to be there and rush it. How important was it to have this community back, and how important is it going to be for them to travel with you guys on Friday to be there rocking in that beautiful Campbell gym?
Yeah, absolutely, man. It's so important. You know, I mean, I think a young group, they really feed off that. You know, the first 2 games we've been at home, you know, I got to give a lot of credit to those students that are coming out and watching the games. You know, they're awesome. You know, last night was funny because, you know, to begin the game, like I said, you know, in that beginning of that third quarter, you know, our side was going nuts. You know, it's 42-26. Logan Sokol actually in a timeout said, hey, you know, we got to step on the gas pedal here. We got to put it away. And I guess, sorry, guys. I guess Heartland must have heard that, because they really stormed back, and you could hear their fans really getting involved in the game. And then late in that game, I mean, it was back and forth from the fans from both sides, and it was unbelievable. But, you know, for us, that energy from the fans has been amazing. You know, to keep our guys energized and to keep them really, you know, wanting to play hard. And it was huge last night. We're going to need them again Friday. And for the next, you know, we got 20 games left in the regular season. We're going to need them all 20 games, you know, especially with this young group. That's huge for them to have that support from the community, from their peers and their classmates. That's just huge for them.
Coach, thank you so much for the time. Congratulations on that big win, and good luck on Friday and the rest of the way. We'll talk again real soon.
Thank you, guys. Have a good one.
Thank you, Coach.
Take it easy.